No need. No need.
Okay, I think we're live.
We're live?
I think so.
All right.
Pretty sure. I wrote 8:05 today for some reason. I tried to be a bit different, but hey, that's fine. Let me just hang on. Let me be a bit unprofessional here and be on my phone.
That's all right, mate. It's all right.
It's all right, mate. All right, hang on. I'm looking for a Bible verse because I normally start my show off with a Bible verse. Give me a second. I should have had one prepared. Word for the day. All right. Hey guys, welcome back to my regular Wednesday night live stream. As you can see, I have some very fancy digs today, and it's because of should I call you the FIVE8 Take? I don't want to name you because you were at the protest. We documented it. I would rather you not get fined. So are you happy for me to call you the FIVE8 Take throughout the whole thing? Or what? What would you prefer?
And Diogo the 5'8".
Okay, Diogo the 5'8".
So you can just say the 5'8".
The 5'8". Okay,
There you
guys,
go.
I'm here with rising podcast stars. I say stars because there's a woman behind the scenes. Behind every great man, there's an awesome woman, and so, and so I say guys because it is a two-man team. Anyway, before we begin, this is the.
It wasn't her. Oh, actually, you go first, and then I'll give a little.
Oh, wow, you're going to do an introduction. In the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 29. Are you okay? Yeah. That they were wise, that they understood this, and it's just about change and becoming willing to change. Hello, how are you today?
So that means that you're willing to change. Is that what that verse means just then?
Yes, being willing to change for the better, for the Lord.
I'm willing to do that.
I know you are, and I like that. I like that you have a faith. I know you haven't got a set faith, but you're getting there because that's what we discussed, yes, on his show, which I was recently on, and it was awesome. Actually, a friend of mine from America thought it was a joke. He had no idea, and he's like, there's a guy named Pissy Leaks Pete, who, in fact, oddly enough, is responding right now, saying hello. Hey, Pissy, how are ya?
What up, Pissy?
Yeah.
What a name, bruv. You got a hell of a name, eh? Damn.
There's a backstory there.
My piss leaks too.
My friend Rev goes, oh, Pissy is doing a joke. He's doing some sort of a joke. I'm like, what's the joke? He goes, oh, he's circulating that you apparently were on this podcast. I'm like, that's not a joke. I really was on that podcast.
Yeah, she was.
I really was. And then Rev listened to it. He goes, this is amazing. You guys are so chilled. You're so chillaxed. I'm like, yeah. I said it was the best podcast I've ever done. The guy is chill. It's a chill environment. This girl is awesome. Yeah. And now I have you back here. And the topic of today's show, for everyone who is curious, will be about the protest, what it was like. Did people punch horses? Was it angry? Was it happy? I would personally say it was a bit of both, documenting it for media purposes. How would you describe the overall energy of the protest?
I reckon it was high frequency, like in both levels, like in a level that there was a lot of fun, there was a lot of love, there was a lot of families, grandparents, kids.
There were kids.
Music, like there was that high vibration level, and then there was the vibration where police antagonizers came out and police, met them and had their agenda. Because as we're going up to the protest, I think they were trying to close off the streets to the park.
That bit was scary, guys. I have that on my Instagram. The horses part was scary. Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, and then so in the back streets, they sort of cut everyone off and set up horses and set up a whole horse line. I think it was pretty much.
Yeah, it was a whole horse barricade.
And then you needed to try and get through so they had intentions from the start, but their intentions were pushed by the media. I think the real intentions of the festival, I call it a festival because that's how funny it was, eh? And the intentions of the protest were essentially fun. That's what it was. It was love.
Yes, it was. And so when I saw the media saying things to the effect of this many people were arrested. It was it was an anti-vax protest, which isn't the case. Many of the people there are just anti this particular vax. Many people don't mind getting the flu vaccine or, you know, malaria if you go to another country. A lot of people are fine with vaccines. And so I didn't like the mischaracterization of it all. And so we did look angry. And you compare our one to the Black Lives Matter one, which I have walked past.
I was there.
Okay, so you were there, and I've walked past it, and I've documented a little bit of it as someone who does do vlogs and media, and it was a lot angrier. The energy is angrier. Our energy was not angry. Nah. Yes, there was a moment where they were throwing pot plants and water bottles at police on horses. That did happen. However, aside from those mini moments that will happen,
do you know the reason why that happened? Did you?
I think they were using the horses to. I have the video. I haven't posted
of the guy brushing past the police officer. You know how?
Are you talking about the horse punching?
No.
You're talking about the video footage of people throwing stuff at police officers.
Yeah.
Yes, I have that footage. Yeah.
When the guy walked past the police officer and didn't touch him, he sort of just the shirt, like he touched the shirt a little bit, and then the officer came back to grab him, and when he grabbed him, that guy ran into that crowd.
Okay.
And then that officer tried to follow him. And then that's when that officer got stuck. And then people were trying to barricade the officer. And then the horses came. And then the horses tried to trample people. And that's why people started throwing things at the horses.
Okay.
Don't bring a horse to the protest, mate. Don't do that.
I will say that even though I disapprove of the throwing stuff at the cops, they moved. It kind of worked what they did, and I'm not encouraging it, but I am saying that the people power in sheer numbers and the threat of the amount of people power shows me that we really do have a chance to make a difference.
Yeah.
But are we using it correctly? A friend of mine who I've been on his show before, and he's been on mine several times. He's known as Coach Noah Revoy. He wrote a really good tweet, essentially saying, you guys are not oppressed in Australia. For every one cop, there's at least, I think he said 800 people. So basically for every one cop, there's 1,000 people. He goes, what are you guys doing? Australians, just, make it happen. And I get it. He's from Canada, but he's living in Portugal. Like, he's not wrong, right? Like, I should quote the tweet properly. But anyway, I retweeted it, and I feel like, Australians, generally speaking, and none of us are Aussie in terms of blood. You're Brazilian. I'm Latina. Yep. Your girlfriend is from England. None of us are Aussie by blood, but it's the second, third, fourth generation Australians that are not really doing a hellhole of a lot. And it's all of us newer Australians who are really actually fighting back. I can't help but notice that. Is that something that you've noticed? Or not particularly? Not to say that there weren't white Aussies there. There were, but I don't know their family tree. I don't know how far back, how Aussie they are.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting point, eh?
I reckon. Yeah, I've noticed
because
that.
It's a lot of the Middle East community was there, Brazilians were there. It was a lot of like
Aboriginals were there. I saw Aboriginals there. Yeah.
And
sorry.
Pacific Islanders were there.
We noticed. See, we notice color, but in a good way.
Wait, what? What show am I on?
I was me trying to be funny using racial humor.
No, it's true. I think it's because those communities have been hit the most, so they're not susceptible to the media as much.
I think that's true.
And where if there is a whole like I got no clue if this actual agenda has an actual bigger play at hand regarding race, which I'm sure it fucking does.
Oh, it may. Yeah. They say it's predominantly to get the white man first. That's what they claim.
Yeah. So the white man,
working.
The white man's always been susceptible to manipulation. They've always been very sadly, and they've always been susceptible to just go with what they're told. And that's why the world is upside down now, and
it really is.
I feel for the people that can't see through the bullshit, and I feel that unfortunately, a lot of whites have had it fairly good in the past,
Mm.
And so they're the ones that's being susceptible to the propaganda that's happening
ahead.
right now. And I will. And
Go ahead.
is that, or was that Siri?
I don't know. I don't have Siri.
Oh, I think it is Siri on my laptop. It's a bloke. I didn't know that.
No problem.
That's so funny.
So yeah, I think the other communities have been, the Muslim community were smashed with a lot of propaganda during a particular time. Whether it's real, whether it's not real, like that's besides the point. The point is, are you susceptible to media right now?
Yeah,
And I feel Caucasians are more susceptible to it.
they are. That's such. Yeah, it's
And
so
I'm not
sad.
talking any specific like Caucasian. I'm talking about the European race, like race of people, right?
As a collective.
As a collective, are more susceptible to media. And that's
Yeah.
unfortunate. However, there are a few of them that have woken the fuck up, and they're the ones that are fucking. That's what you need, though. I feel like that those people should be the people, like they have a lot of fire in them, like
Yes,
the Roman came over and pretty much destroyed, conquered South America. Yeah, there's like the Greeks, amazing people. When they retire at 46 now, they brought out stoicism. They brought out the Stoics.
They gave us democracy. They gave us philosophy.
Exactly.
They're responsible for so much, and now
amazing
it's like,
people, but
Mhm.
they were attacked first, and it also ends with them.
Yeah.
So right now it's like, wake the fuck up, you motherfuckers.
Okay, this is my show, but we're in his
Oh yeah,
home.
sorry, my bad. My bad. Oh, my show's way chiller, right? Sorry, I'm meant to be proper, right?
No, this is your home. This is your setup, guys. This is all because of him and his beautiful woman that I have this really professional digs. Did you share it? I shared it everywhere, and I feel like this was on my own channel. We would have done a better job, just because on my own channel I get like minimum 15 viewers. This is my friend's channel, so I don't have the viewership I normally would get, but that's all right. I shared it on Telegram as well.
All right, let me check the Telegram.
I think I tagged you guys. But all right, so since doing my podcast with you guys, I've believed that there is more reason to be optimistic. You've said to me not to fear. Guys, I'm looking at his girlfriend. She's off camera. You've told me that, don't fear, don't fear. If you fear, then you're bringing in the concept of the fact that we're not going to overcome. And I've taken that to heart, which is good. And then I've seen the victories now that you guys have been talking about that I didn't see, because all I saw was doom and gloom, and we're not gonna make it past 2025 or something. So hopefully the people do come together. The reason I'm so pessimistic, however, is because very pessimistic. Yeah, the reason I am pessimistic.
Is that the right way to say that, or maybe I'm just saying?
No, I don't think it matters. It's like banana. I don't think it matters.
Is it? My bad then.
I don't care. You're fine.
I thought it was a bad word.
No, it just means negative. It means being overly negative. Yeah.
Don't be that.
Well, no, that's my point. That since meeting your naive optimism, since meeting you, I realized that there are victories. Like, yes, France now has the stupid vaccine passports, but yes, the people are still protesting that.
Yeah.
And what will it take here in this country? I mean, it's taken a lot. I'm still surprised that my own girlfriends from high school are living in their bubble and not doing enough. Like it's sometimes you just wish you could grab the person by the shoulders and shake the hell out of them for a little while. Not enough that they end up with some sort of a mental disorder, but enough where they wake up.
Or you take the mental disorder away. But yeah, I get you.
Indeed, yes,
I get you.
But yeah, so you are a public person. I am a public person. Have you had anyone trying to out you?
No.
Are you sure?
I've had one thing, which
on Instagram, you've had people trying to. You have had people on Instagram trying to cancel your account.
No, I've
I
had.
messaged you. I told you
Yeah,
about it, and you said,
that's the one that I'm talking about
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
Yeah.
So I had the one that Sydney protest,
Mm-hmm.
that page, which was made, and then they started putting everyone's faces on it. I don't think
Assholes.
was it you that sent me that, or was that
No,
Steph?
I sent you a different person.
Okay, so that one Steph sent me. So then we posted that page and we said report it across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, everyone reported it, and the page got taken down like within like an hour or two, which was amazing.
That's awesome.
The other one you sent me was just
a little loser, nobody. Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
less than 1,000. You're like, you can go.
not that it like matters, but I don't think he was just trying to get to know a bit, like he was just trying to get himself out there,
I think so.
which is fine
that
because
could be true.
you messaged me his story, which had me on it, and then after me, he put you and Dom on it.
Yeah.
Which I think he just went to the profile and was like, all right, well, boom, boom, boom. Because that was the last two
It was
episodes
odd.
that I
Yeah,
did was
yeah.
you and Dom. So then, and then I said, don't give any credence to that. And then what happened? He came onto my page and then tried to comment and then try to get like noticed that way. And then it's like, sure. But apart from those two instances, nah, man, I've been absolutely fine. Actually, I did lose one mate.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Two mates.
Yeah.
Two mate. One wasn't really a mate.
I've been losing friends since I started this, but yeah. So tell me about that.
I haven't. Mine was so
You're lucky.
he was
Friends are normal.
he was my producer of this podcast. He was left wing guy, and which was a balance, I guess. And yeah, he messaged. I guess he doesn't I got a message.
Yeah.
I said, what's up with this message?
Okay.
He said, yeah. And I said, yeah. And then
what was it about? Was it
split.
about protests, or was it about masks? Was it about COVID?
Yeah, it was about protests and COVID. I think, like, to his, it's a mental situation, which is tough to deal with right now. You know, he's in the arts community, right? The last episode that we did.
He said arts. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, the last episode that we did was the assistant director for the next Thor Marvel film, who he was interviewing there, and in that room right there.
The one I did the podcasting.
Yeah, and so yeah, like I've lost that over
feedback. I was like, what's she doing? Why is she getting all this stuff? That's funny.
I can hear it again.
I can, but I mean, I would hear us this whole time. It's this is separate to the laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on. Oh, it's on. So just refresh it, maybe.
Has lost connection to your camera.
Yeah, and it says end broadcast. Are we just back on? Yeah, we don't have to click anything.
Just back on?
Just back on.
There we go. We're back on.
Can everyone see us? Is everything okay? We're so
we good?
sorry. So unprofessional. Oh well. I've gone to the toilet in the middle of my streams before, so that's not particularly professional. So
It's all right. It's all right.
sorry, guys. I don't know what we got up to before, but we were talking about losing friendships.
Yes.
And I was saying that a friend of mine, her name is Kelly. She's been on my show. She's consistent in her beliefs, and because she's consistent in her beliefs, she's pro-choice up until a point that I completely disapprove of, in saying that I'm not a single issue voter. So I still retain that friendship, and she still retains me as a friend.
So what issue does she have with you?
But where I'm not for same-sex marriage.
Yeah.
Whereas she is for that kind of stuff, because she has a male partner, but she also likes to experiment. And where I am thinking about people's, I guess, spiritual salvation as well. It's like, you do what you want in your own home, of course, and I'm still going to love you as a person and treat you right. But on a grand scheme of things, I disapprove of that, because God disapproves of that. So if he isn't okay with it, then I'm not okay with it. But I'm still going to be nice to the person. And so that's where she and I would clash on an issue, but we're still friends, is my point. But other friends of mine who I've known since year 7, or since I was 12, I don't have them as my friends anymore, because maybe of someone who I dated, or maybe because of a video that they watched that they haven't told me about, or because of some sort of a political belief that I've expressed that they've maybe been too afraid to ask me. So it's just easier to cut me out. And I just don't think that's fair. You need to like give people a chance to talk. I mean, unless that person's done so many wrongs by you, then yeah, cut them out. But I haven't ever wronged my friends, at least not intentionally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's why I asked whether you have lost anyone, and you're just that one guy. So you've been pretty blessed.
I've been fine, man. I don't know. Like all my peers get so much hate mail.
Oh yeah, I get a lot of hate.
So much, like DMs, like comments, like emails, and I don't. Maybe saying it now,
it'll happen eventually, but I'm glad
sure.
I'm glad it hasn't, and I'm glad that you're living, the good life, and you're at that point where you're touching or tasting a bit of success, and it's not affected your friendships and stuff like that. So that's really good. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I think I'm quite straightforward in my beliefs, and what my friends know what my beliefs are. Like I'm a neo-traditionalist. That's what I am. Like I believe uphold traditional values to the highest level, but the neo comes in because there are some progressive things that I also agree with.
Sure.
So I'm not fully you know, I can't just be a traditionalist and
Yeah.
want to be there, but that's what I am. But I don't really, everyone, like my friends know, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And the people that matter to me know. What
And
I
that's
put
all, that's all that
online,
should matter.
exactly. And what I put online, one, I don't give a fuck. Two, like it's online, like I've like
Yeah, it's two separate worlds. How you engage people in real life and what you say online, like you got to keep it separate on some level. So for people to get offended at what happens online, I mean, unless you're going around like calling people, I don't know, doing a call, I don't know, unless you're doing something super cruel, it shouldn't matter. Like, yeah.
I think people get hate when they look for hate. You know what I mean? Like there's a guy in Sydney, Lockie, right? Absolutely love him. Awesome dude.
I don't know if I know him.
I don't know. He's a content creator. He did a lot of you can't say it out. COVID is a SCAM.
Okay, sure.
And he did the Crowder thing, changed my mind.
I know who he is. Sorry, I do. We had him on our show.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, not on my show specifically, but my second channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, for example,
yeah, sorry. He's
young.
young. He's really young.
He's young. He's young dude.
19, 20.
I don't know if he's that young. Is he?
He's pretty young.
Yeah, he's pretty young. But
anyway.
So he's going out with a megaphone, doing sheep noises, and like that's gonna garner hate. Yeah, that's gonna garner people's emotions to be like, well, fuck that. I'm gonna attack him. You know what I mean? I don't do that. Like I just speak to people. I get their points of views. I then collate content and put it out. And people like the content. So
yeah, they do.
It's good, but I don't have a malice intent. That's probably why I don't get any hate at all.
I think that's probably the case. I'm just
a little bit. I shouldn't say any at all. There is, like, of course, a little bit.
He goes, I like this guy. Is the chat up and running with this setup? Oh, it's not a permanent setup, Jesse. Thank you for commenting. I know you're texting me. It's just because I'm at his house today and we're doing this. Yes, we're in lockdown. Yes, I'm at his house. Following the rules.
Compassionate reason. I am feeling down.
Within 10K.
Yeah. Within 10K, compassionate reasons.
Yes. Actually, I'll tell you guys a story. I put it. Victoria does.
Yeah, actually, we should have just made it all red lights and called it a brothel. There we go. We can have 100 people here. Come join us.
That's so bad. I guess sex is a necessity for some people. Otherwise, they'd go out there on shooting sprees.
How do you feel about brothels being a Christian?
I don't approve of them.
No. But how do you feel? Like, do you think they're needed in society, or do you feel like we should just eradicate it?
Okay, so that's a good question. The reason I think obviously it shouldn't exist at all. However, I understand that human beings are all different. I myself am someone who waited, has been waiting in terms of the sex thing. But there are people out there who have a very strong sex drive and need it, and jerking off isn't enough and all that kind of stuff. So on some level, I can understand the secular argument for why it should exist on some level. But I don't think any woman really chooses that industry. Some do, and that's fine. But for the most part, the sex industry is not chosen. Very few women choose it and are proud of it and love it. And I don't like it. I would say that the libertarian in me that slightly exists in me would say that because I'm not a libertarian, but I am with some issues.
Okay. That's fair.
That would be something that I'd say is up to the woman if she's truly choosing it. And that big fat obese guy can't get it off anywhere else but like with some random prostitute. Again, I don't approve of it, but I can see an argument for it. But that's as much of me agreeing with that industry that you're ever going to get, because I don't approve of it. Yeah. Overall. Yeah.
Fair.
But I can see the secular non-Christian argument for it.
Yeah, I used to be on the secular end. I used to be we had a discussion of this.
So what was your take on it?
Eradicated.
Okay.
And to be fair, she made some good points.
That's interesting.
And I
that
changed
she's
my
the
mind.
One.
Yeah.
Why you changed your boyfriend's mind? That's crazy. I've changed a lot of people's mind on abortion. That's the one that I'm good at.
Yeah, I changed her mind on abortion, maybe.
Because she was pro-choice.
She was pro-choice.
Yeah, wow. You guys are an interesting couple. You're complimenting each other and changing each other's minds on the right things.
Yeah.
That's good. I love that.
Yeah, you get it. You know, partnerships. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, when I met you guys, you told me that am I allowed to say your name? Yeah, you said that Ebony was a bit of a lefty.
Yeah, I say everyone's a bit of a lefty.
But my point,
I would say I was.
Yeah, she was.
You were a full lefty.
Full lefty.
But you changed his mind on the sex industry. That's interesting to me because I would have thought that. I mean, I know you've been more right wing now lately, so yeah.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Essentially, it should have been like she should have been changing me saying,
Yeah.
And then I would have been like, yeah, I'm absolutely fine with everyone just fuck each other in a big orgy in a brothel. But she changed my mind, definitely.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad that you've become more right leaning. That's good. Yay! So
Wait,
you should be a Christian, and then you.
Is right leaning good?
I think right leaning is better than left leaning. Either way, like I said to you in the podcast the other day, I don't identify with either side at the moment because I find them both to be retarded. But I do think that the right leaning.
Can you use that word?
Retarded. I don't know.
No, I don't give a fuck. Like,
well,
use it. I mean,
the
I
Black
should
Eyed
stop
Peas.
swearing. It's
The
not my
Black
show.
Eyed Peas changed it to "Let's get it started" because people got offended at retarded. So
Oh, did they change that?
they did. They changed it to "Let's get it started" because people complained about "Let's get retarded" in here.
Well, then stop calling it Black Eyed Peas. I want White Eyed Peas to be out. Come on.
Or whatever works.
Yeah.
But oh, okay. So I was going to tell you guys a story. So today I went to visit my friend. He happens to be my lawyer as well. I went to Subway. I put it up on my Instagram for those of you who aren't sure.
It's good to have friends that are lawyers, eh?
Oh, it's so good to have friends now because he just signed. I said, okay. I said, can you print out a stat deck? And
I think that's illegal. What you're about to say,
I'll stop talking.
I think that's illegal.
I haven't told anyone who my lawyer is, but anyway, I went to Subway because I left all my stuff at the lawyers. I left my phone. I left everything, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go grab some lunch. I'll be right back, guys. And like, okay. So I had my wallet with me, and I went in. I didn't have anything. The girl goes, "Oh, do you have your mask?" I said, "No." She goes, "Oh, you need your mask for me to serve you." I said, "No." I said, "You don't." But she goes, "Well, we can get you one." I said, "No." I said, "You're assuming I don't have an exemption." You know, I didn't get all hot and bothered like someone else we know that just would have started yelling. Yeah, what?
Rules have just changed in New South Wales.
Which is?
Wait, when did you go see her?
Today.
It depends. Was that today?
That was today at lunch at around 2:00.
And then she's got so the laws of New South Wales was just changed on Friday night.
To what? So like, what's the specifics of it?
So you have to show your exemption.
Okay, that's fine, which I now have.
Or a stat deck.
I have a stat deck.
Stat deck.
I have a signed stat deck from my lawyer.
Oh,
However,
you know what? You were correct. I'm wrong. I'm gonna go back in my box.
But no. But I didn't have the stat deck at that point in time.
Yeah.
So you're technically you're right. But the point is that she didn't ask whether I had an exemption at all.
Yeah, she just said it.
And they never do. She
and
just
it's
said,
annoying.
"I can't serve you." She goes, "Do you want a mask?" I said, "No." I said, "I don't want a mask," and I left. Anyway, and then my lawyer ended up purchasing me Uber Eats from the very same place that rejected me or that I chose to leave. But anyway, long story short, so like I got my way anyway. Long story short, they just always assume you're doing the wrong thing. That's you know, they don't actually say, "Oh, do you happen to have an exemption?" They don't say that. Yeah. And also according to the Privacy Act, you on the bigger federal level, you really don't have to show it. But you're right on the state level that is what they've said for this state of emergency.
Oh, don't get me wrong, it's completely illegal.
It's BS, yeah.
Yeah, it's brought through in a sly way and it's a illegal law, but it was changed on Friday night. And now you do have to show, because today I was out, I haven't worn a mask ever. Like maybe at the start, very start
I've
of
worn it
this
a couple
whole
of times,
thing.
but very rarely. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I literally at the start, I think I wore it just because it looked good. Like I was like, let's go find a mask that looks good. How pretentious is that shit? But so then this time today, I went and grabbed a mask that looks good, which is now in Chris's car, and
Chris
I-
De Bruyne.
Coveries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
same person. Yeah.
I know, but
Oh, sorry.
so then I was
Oops.
like, so I went and wore the mask, and yeah, I still wore it on my chin, but yeah, this is the first day that I've worn it since I've worn it for a pretentious reason in 2020.
There you go.
Yeah, but you know, screw the masks.
Bloody oath, screw the masks. I have to wear them in my line of work, but that's normal. Like, it's so stupid that a store manager of a travel suitcase shop would have to wear it. It's so stupid that someone behind the counter of a deli or a Subway would have to wear it. It really is ridiculous that people think a piece of tissue across the face is going to protect them.
Yeah.
I even actually said to the shopkeep, I said to her, it's okay. I'll just stand 1.5 meters away from you and you can still take my order. She goes, no. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Next time, just like if you go to the counter and they say something, just like stare at them for a bit,
Yeah.
and then just wait, and then say,
I've been wanting to do something with your girlfriend, and like, cause I'm like, I feel like she knows all the words, but like what, you would just want me to stare them down?
No. I was you
Sorry.
cut me off, dear.
I did.
You
Go
missed
ahead.
the punchline. The punchline is gone now.
No.
We've missed the punchline. I was gonna say, look into her eyes, wait, and then say, "Can you smell that?" If you can smell that, the virus can get in your mouth.
Oh, that's good. Okay, I'm sorry for interrupting. Wow, I'm
That's-
such a bitch I am.
It's just the joke fell flat now. It just fell flat. I just wanted it to land, dear.
I'm so sorry.
I just wanted it to land,
I
man.
ruined it. I ruined his joke.
But yeah, no, seriously, if you can smell a fart, you can get the deadliest virus. It's not a great mask. I'm sure there's uses for it, but this isn't one of them.
No, it just reduces spit and aerosols. That's all it does. It just reduces that from getting in, but you can still get in. I can sneeze and then and stuff will still come out. Like they did a mask test for those who are curious, go to my BitChute channel. But they did a mask test where they had this person. No, it's on my Instagram actually. I'm pretty sure it's on my Instagram. And this guy is smoking with all these different masks.
Yeah,
and it doesn't.
and it just comes out.
Yeah,
through.
it's not a foolproof method, and
No.
we know this. But I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's ridiculous.
I wore it at the. Did you wear it at? No, I didn't wear it at the protest.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't know. That's true. To be fair, I'm glad the newspapers plastered me all over their front pages. But I'm glad that they said anti-lockdown instead of anti-vax.
Agreed. Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad that happened. Sure, I'm anti-COVID-19 vax because I believe there's other ways to combat this virus.
Mm-hmm.
But
ivermectin. That's it.
I've gotten the yellow fever shot. Like that's what I need to get into Brazil. I've gotten other shots. But this mRNA.
I think I've had the yellow fever shot for Colombia. I think it's in South America at large.
Yeah.
I think I would have had that. Yeah. I would have had that shot. Yeah.
So mRNA is the issue that I have.
Yeah. And most sensible thinking people should.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when there's a Supreme Court document from 2013 saying that the patent owners of mRNA owns wherever mRNA is.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a Supreme Court document stating that and an agreement, because if DNA is changed, that means it's no longer a man. That means you can be owned under a patent.
Yeah, that's such a.
That's the issue that I have,
solid
bro.
point.
That's
Mhm.
that's the only issue that I have. You know, remove that Supreme Court document. If you go on supremecourt.gov, the document is still there. The PDF is still there. So, you know, until you remove that, you ain't putting mRNA into me.
And that is completely a legitimate concern. And the fact that nothing that is occurring right now makes any sense on any practical common sense level. You think about the fact that it's patented, that individuals and companies are indemnified, they can't be sued, about that it's still on a trial, yet they're making it so that we can't function as a society anymore. None of this makes sense. And if you guys are still saying that the protesters did the wrong thing or whatever, you are brainwashed and you have a problem, not us. We see things that you don't see, and there's nothing we can do to shake you into knowledge. Like, it's
but I think the ones here are more on our side.
Oh, of course.
The other ones are definitely just watching Channel 9. They definitely saw me on Sydney Morning Herald and was like, that guy, that is a bad guy. I'm just sitting there like, bro, I'll give you a better view. Check this out.
I had that unseen footage of you, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have this footage of you like dancing on top of the train station. I have to share that. That's why I shared that. I knew you'd like that. Yeah.
I know. It was, that was the Brazilian boys, eh? Yeah. The lads with the drums.
Brazilian. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. That's funny.
The drummers. We're all the dancers and the drummers, aren't we? It's weird.
It was good.
It's
that
weird.
was funny. But you came so close several times to having a cop encounter. You had a cop encounter, but you came so close to being like detained. I got some of that happened with the horses.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, what happened? Because you were defending the other guy who was being detained, but then you started. I felt like, were you on the? Did he grab you and then you somehow got out of it? Like I don't remember whether you were grabbed or not, but you were literally there head to head with the cop.
Was I?
Yeah, it was right after the horses thing, and I'm like, oh, because Ebony and yourself got through and I didn't, and I got scared, and then eventually I managed to get through, and then you were like with this guy who was being detained, arrested. You don't remember?
On the which one?
That was at the start of the protest, the very beginning.
And what happened? What happened?
Well, you walked away like you walked away like it was not even a thing. I was like, what the hell? No, but Ebony was like, come on.
That sounds like something I'd do. Like a cop comes to arrest me. I'm like, yeah, mate, get off it.
It was funny. But do you know what I'm talking about? Or not really? Do you not recall it either?
Are you trying to incriminate me right now, dear?
No.
Is that what's going on? Did I stop an arrest? Tell me if I've stopped an arrest.
You stopped yourself from being arrested.
No. So what happened? I'm going to try and shout really loud.
Yeah.
What happened was there was a guy that was being dragged.
Correct.
And
yes.
I would say it was excessive force.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a number of us that were around saying, why are you using so much force?
Yeah.
And then they pinned him up the wall, and then I think.
And the wall was like painted and colourful. I remember that.
And he was recording it, and he said, if you don't get back, I'm going to arrest you.
That's what happened. And then
I have that recording.
Yeah. So do I. I have it from the end of you, and then you have it from the end.
There was one particular officer as well that was just grabbing people from the crowd. If you didn't like the look at them,
it's like
using a lot of force.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah. Anyway, so
how did you feel the process went?
I felt like, and I don't like saying this because I'm not anti-cop. I'm really not. Evelyn Ray is a friend of mine. She's a former cop. Love her. I know that there are good cops. I do. However, they made it scary.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I agree.
I feel like they made it scary.
I'm with you. I train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with detectives. Like I got 6 detectives that I train and they're fucking awesome.
Is one
people.
of those supposed to be my future husband?
I might hook you up.
But those guys, you
They're
train
great.
them,
Yeah, and
and they're cops currently.
they're not cops; they're detectives.
Oh, sorry, they're
So
detectives. Well,
they're-
yeah, but
they're-
they've worked up the ranks.
yeah. So it's not. I'm not against.
You're like
police
me. You're not
at all.
anti-cop. No,
I'm
but we're
anti-corruption.
anti-corrupt cops. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And they are. One of my commenters, his name is Jesse Bell, former military man, has said to me that if they end up implementing the military in this country, you might actually want him on. I mean, he lives in Queensland, so it'd have to be an online interview if you ever wanted.
I don't do Zooms.
Oh, okay, fair enough. You don't have to have him on. I just think it's interesting to have a
But
military.
I would love to have you on once you're in Sydney for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Why not?
People can't go into state at the moment, hardly.
Yeah, in future.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's so cute. He thinks that there's a future. Anyway. He thinks we have a future. No, I'm only kidding. Of course
we do have a future.
Yeah, but to get around, we're probably going to need vaccine passports. I'll look for all the
Nah.
backdoor ways.
Nah, no way. I got
Alright.
a guy today. I know that actually, is that even legal to say?
Maybe. Well, I just said I'm looking for backdoor ways to get into state, so I shouldn't have said that out loud.
Yeah, he got he got the vaccine.
Mhm.
It was a fake vaccine, but a real certificate.
Awesome. Hook
Yeah.
me up. Just kidding. I would never do that. Anyway.
Neither would I. Neither would I.
Never. Yeah, we're
Neither would I.
law-abiding civilians.
No, for real, I wouldn't do that because we'll never get to that state. I believe there's a future. I believe if there isn't a future, we're going to go to fucking civil war.
Yes.
That's what's going to happen. Like at the end of the day, like there's no sugarcoating around it. Like the people don't want something, right? The people, there's multiple things that the people don't want. They don't want a mandatory mRNA vaccine. They don't want green passports. They want you to open the fuck up because there's no science behind lockdowns.
We need tourism again. Yeah,
Yes.
We need money coming in.
And let the others Australians come home. They're the 4 requirements. That's it. If they're not met, it's going to be a civil war. There's no way around it.
I would add to that requirement that from this point onwards, because all politicians who have been complicit with this whole thing, they should have their pay packets halved, and that money should go back into the community because
true.
Yeah,
That's
that'd be
fucking
my
amazing too.
added requirement for there. But yeah, no, otherwise
And
completely on board.
and write a Bill of Rights for Australia. Australia doesn't have a Bill of
No,
Rights.
it doesn't. Victoria has one, but yeah, as a country, no, we don't.
Yeah.
That's very accurate. Oh, sorry. So my friend Jesse Bell, former military guy, has said that if they end up implementing the military to enforce law, the good thing about that is that many of the infantry can say no. Cops don't seem to do it very often because they'll lose their job. The infantry, I don't think, can lose their job because there is something written in their contract or whatever the wording is. I know, Jesse, you can correct me. Whatever the wording is, if it goes against their conscience, they're allowed to say no. And so I find that super interesting. So if there's a clause or something in their thing that if it goes, no, what it is it's not a conscience thing. What it is if it goes against the Constitution or something like that. Jesse, you're going to have to write something in the comment section because I know I'm saying this wrong. They can say no and they can be like, no, I'm not doing that because that goes against this. So yeah, I'm not explaining it very well. But yeah, so once that's implemented, if it's implemented, it will probably fail. It won't do well because it goes against the Australian Constitution Act 1901. So.
Yeah, as I understand, these barriers for tonight that go up tonight.
Are there barriers going up tonight?
Yeah. There's a street over there that you soon can't go through. Parramatta will be closed.
Really?
Yeah. So it's on as of midnight tonight. And so
wait, what? I did not even know that.
Yeah, there's LGAs, I think.
So they're closing off entire communities with barriers.
Yeah.
And Parramatta's now one of them.
So to get back through, you need a negative COVID test. So if you go after midnight tonight, if you drive a little further down, and then you go past that Office Works that's down there,
Okay.
and then you keep going down, and then there's a road that will turn into Parramatta. That road right there. Once you pass that, you can't come back.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so
That's where my lawyer is. So I can't just visit randomly anymore unless I get a PCR test.
yeah.
It's ridiculous.
So
what if I walked there
yeah,
rather
you
than
can't.
drove? Oh, okay.
But I don't know. Like at the end of the day, you can do it. Like do it.
But yes,
Do it.
but
well, Gladys
He's-
tried to get the military to
yes, that's
hold
hence
up.
why I mentioned that.
Yeah, hold up the barriers, and the military said no.
Good. That was my point. Thank you. Okay, that's a good example.
The
of that then.
Governor General, to be more specific.
The Governor General of Sydney, of New South Wales.
Is it New South Wales or
Or is
Australia?
it the country? Okay,
I
so
think the country.
So you're right. There is no Governor General for the states. It's just a
Yeah.
governor, and it's a symbolic role. It's not a
Yeah.
Governor General of Australia. Okay, cool. Yeah. So they said no. He said no. He or she said no.
Yeah.
Good to know. There you go. Yeah, good.
Shout outs to the military.
Shout outs to the good military and to the good cops.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. And so, who do you have next coming on your show? Tell us. And what you're allowed to say.
We're working on a few. We got the one that I want to get on is Craig Kelly.
Okay.
That's
Do you have a
what
connection to him?
Yeah, a few.
Yeah, same.
So I'm trying to like.
I wanted him on my show ages ago, and then I'm like, I was hanging out with someone who knew him and who was working for him. And then she's like, and then anyway, eventually I was like, oh, he's been doing the rounds on other people's shows, and it's not unique anymore. So I was like, nah. But like, yeah, still wouldn't mind, of course. But yeah,
just to talk about what that build that he put through, not so much like
he's
him
doing
as a
great.
Figure, because like really I don't
more
really.
his work.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
more his work, less him, because
Sure.
at the end of the day, I don't really know Craig Kelly. He just used me on one of his ads, and that's it. And the other one's Mundine.
Oh yes, I've been wanting him on my channel for years.
Yeah, so here's another one.
Well, I hope you get them. That'd
Yeah.
be great.
And then those are
Then send Mundine my way.
those are the ones that I'm aiming for at the minute. So hopefully I can get them through.
Oh, I bet you can. You'll be right.
Yeah. Mundane's a good guy. Like I saw him at
He's just got a lot of, I think, latent anger built up.
He's an interesting character, eh? I saw him at the protest.
I actually didn't see him.
Yeah, no?
No, I saw Jordan, but no, I left after 3.5 hours. And so I could put together my footage, documenting it obviously as an observer. But yeah, when did you see him after I left?
No, as I left you two at the start, and I was going up to that park to meet the other guys.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so I bumped into him, and that's why I missed the other guys. But
Gotcha.
then we.
So you had a chat.
Yeah. So then that's why we, I guess, still were in that little area where the horses were. That's how I ended up there.
Gotcha. Ah, interesting. Okay, cool. Good to know.
It's good, you know. It's chill, mate. It's chill. It's chill.
But there were a few like names, I guess you could say. There was John Bernard Kairouz. I saw him and his twin brother from a distance. Then we saw that.
You know heaps of people.
Oh, I don't know him. We have exchanged messages and stuff. But yeah, I've been at this for 5 years. I'm going to be connected to different people.
Yeah.
Like I've had Mike Latham on, and he messages me sometimes out of the blue. Like I know people. I'm well connected, but that doesn't mean anything, because as well connected as I am, wouldn't you think that by this stage I would have had a larger platform? It's just I don't know how to market myself. You've been at this for a lot less, and you've got a larger platform, or at least bigger numbers of followers, because you know how to market yourself, and that's probably where I'm lacking.
I don't know. I'm not that great at marketing myself either.
Well, you say you've got 5,000 people. I'm close to 1,000 just on Instagram. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
guess
you're doing something that I'm not doing. Whereas I'm getting people big names.
Have you
but it
stuck
doesn't
to
get
a
me.
platform?
I've been on YouTube for 5 years for the most part. Instagram I've had for that same amount of time, but I haven't known. Yeah, I think what I lack is what you guys have. Like you know how to. You have this professional setup, and maybe I've been doing it alone for too long that I've sort of lost my mojo a bit.
Why have you been doing it by yourself for this long? Look how it's switched around, hasn't it?
It's been like that the whole time though. Like even like when we did it in the other room, I was like, then I interviewed you for a couple of seconds and then it went back. And
Why? So why have you been a lone wolf in this?
because I don't have people who agree with my stance on things, or anyone who's really offered to help. Because you just don't. So like I've paid people, and I'm like, can you do me a nice little intro and a nice little outro? And I've had people like help me in that regard, but I've never had someone go, okay, so we're gonna help you do this, and it's gonna do like I'm friends with the YouTuber Bearing. Like he's like he calls me usually when he's drunk, but like he's a great guy and we chat and he gives me tips and pointers, but like it doesn't ever go further than that. It's like, well, I have a mind of my own, I have a brain, I have fingers, I can edit and do shit on my own, but then I also have to work, and then I'm also helping my friend with Planned Illusion, and he gets amazing guests on his show as well. So I think I have too much that I have to do, whereas you have help, you have a nice support system all on his own. Fair enough. But no, since meeting you and since meeting other people, it seems that the camaraderie is there. Like you need camaraderie, and like you need people to share your stuff around, and you're not shy about that kind of stuff, whereas other people are very picky about who they share.
Why? Why is that a case?
I don't know. For me, it's more so if you've wronged me more than once, I'm not going to share your stuff and help you grow because you're a malicious person. That aside, I share most people's stuff. Like,
yeah, I don't know what's the deal with people not sharing each other's stuff.
yeah, it's disappointing, but it's okay. Like,
did you know Raf Fernandez before I introduced you on the weekend?
I didn't know him personally. No, I knew him and I had messaged him in the past and we had spoken on Facebook, but no, he had no idea who I was when we physically met. So it was really lovely to actually meet him.
Yeah.
My vlog is coming out in the next couple of days, guys. I'll put it up on Instagram and probably not my YouTube channel because I don't know what YouTube will be, considering I have one strike still till September. I'll pop that up on my BitChute. So BitChute and Instagram will be my video sharing platforms for that particular video. And yeah, and so I sort of I showed everyone that was there that was worthy of noting. So I'm like, oh, there's Dougal. Oh, there's FIVE8 Take. There's John Bernard Kairos. And so yeah, I made sure to like to pinpoint all the people who happened to be there. So I just did a little thing at the bottom of the screen going, that's that person, that's that person. But I missed a lot of people too. I was watching TDP podcast Instagram page, and he ran into Taylor
Winterstein.
That yes, and which I've been trying to get for ages. I'm connected to her through someone else, but she's like yet to respond. She's probably super busy and has like thousands of people trying to get her on. But yes, I saw that she was there, and a few other people were there that I missed because I was like, nah, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. I went to bed at like 9 p.m. that night. You were there for like 6 to 7 hours. I was there for only 3. How the hell did you manage that?
I don't know.
Sweet God. Sweet Lord.
I was a bit tired at the end, that's for sure. Yeah, no. I think I was there late, but I didn't stay too much at the park after. Like I knew what was going to go down then, and yeah, after, what did we do after? That's right. Went and got some coffee, had some food and that. And then, yeah, did a debrief. That guy with numbers that is on TikTok that predicts all the numbers.
Oh, yeah, John Bernard Kairos.
Yeah, he got a letter, eh? He got served.
Oh, no, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tragic. And so did John Raddick. Do you know who that is?
No.
Oh, so John Raddick is a Sky News contributor. He also writes for The Spectator. He's been on my channel. Yeah, he was on Twitter, and then he goes, oh, so guys, just want to let you all know that I had some lovely police officers knock on my door and serve me.
You have such big people. Sky News reporter.
No, contributor.
Still, same shit to me.
No, I know, it's weird. That's why I'm like, I want to just. I have everyone on my show, but I'm very rarely on other people's shows, and I think that's also how one gets out there.
Yeah, I need to do that more. I don't. I
But he's
literally
on my show now.
I just literally have like I'm like I literally just well, I think maybe it's just because I want to just talk to real people.
You're
like
authentic.
real like
You're genuine.
yeah, like I will talk to someone if you have one follower.
Yeah,
Like
you
like
would. I know, and I have people on my show who don't have any sort of public platform and just have a really interesting story to tell. I
yeah.
had a guy on my show, and no one knew who he was, and he was a former Satanist.
Oh, real?
Yes, it was a Satanist, a skinhead, hated Jews, hated black people, hated interracial marriage, hated all that stuff. And I had him on simply because his story was so unique. It's
What's his story?
well, now he's a born again Christian. He's married to an Indian woman, so he's like complete 180. And he's just done a complete 180 with his life. And not only that, he was also I think a Mormon for a while. So it's just a random situation, and I had him on my show, and I remember people criticizing me, saying that I only had big names on my show, and I remember thinking, well, that's not true at all. That's just not true. And but you have people criticizing you, saying all this stupid shit. It's like, why don't you make your own show and
Yeah.
let me do what I want on my own show?
100%.
Yeah, those are the same people who hate the left and don't like the left not giving people a platform. And then I give people a platform. Like I give transgendered people a platform. I give gay people a platform. I have all different types of people on my show. And then they're like, Dia's not a real conservative because she does this. It's like, well, one, I'm not a conservative anymore. And two, yeah, I will let anyone, for the most part, on my show. If you don't like it, make your own show.
100%.
Yeah, it's like, stop criticizing me. But anyway, I've blocked all those people. I don't know anything that's happening in their lives, and that's how I like it.
Yeah, no, my favorite guest is
The curly-headed dude. You've had him on a bit.
Joe. Smoking Joe? Is that who you're talking about? Curly-headed dude?
Yeah, he's just got a lot of hair. Big mane.
Yeah, no. He's an amazing dude. Definitely.
Should I have him on mine?
We met him through. Yeah, you definitely should.
Should I?
We had him. We met through Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu when I started.
Is he
He started. No, he's Egyptian, but he went to Gracie Barra, which is an academy, and that's how I met him. Adam is probably one of my favorite podcasts, and we literally talked about nutrition, mycotoxins in foods, like plastics. We're eating a credit card a week in plastics.
I believe that.
You can just Google that and it comes up straight away. Like it's not something that is like deeper than Google to research.
Yeah.
Like and everything that he was saying was so surface level. Like, well, it's fucking very, 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 very deep. Sorry, guys, I swear a lot. It's very deep.
It's all right.
But what we could just Google it right there because he was talking about exact compounds of foods. So that's my favorite like interview that I've done because it was so interesting to me. But
That's
he has the
good.
least amount of followers that out of anyone else.
Oh, well, that's good. That's my whole point. Like, it isn't about the name that you get. Sure, it helps. It gets circulated more and you get more views for that particular video. But sometimes it's the intel and the information that you're getting that's super interesting, or the story that they're telling. That guy that I had on, the former Satanist, he was about to kill himself. So before he killed himself, he had to kill his dog. And then I'm in the interview and I'm like crying. And I'm like, you killed your dog. And then like I was like so sad. And then he said a voice stopped him from killing himself. And then after he heard that voice, he finally became like a born again Christian and all that kind of stuff. And I spoke to him like sometime later and he said, yeah, a couple of people didn't respond well to the interview. I said, why? They go, because they thought you cared more about the dog than me. And I'm like, oh, I kind of do. Like, you killed your own dog and I believe you when you say you loved your dog. I know you did. But like, it's just, sometimes.
See, I think interviews like that are very intriguing. Like you're a Christian and he's a Satanist.
Former. Yeah, exactly.
That's like, well, he was a Satanist when he was doing the interview?
No. He was a former Satanist. So by that point, he was a Christian. I interviewed him as he was a Christian. It was a story or a reflection.
See, there you go. Would you have a Satanist on?
Yes. it's like I would, because I would want to sort of challenge them and push back a bit.
Yeah.
Actually, someone in the comment section just mentioned that I also had Alexander Dugin. Just for the person talking, I know that Alexander Dugin was a big deal. I don't know why you guys think he wasn't. That I didn't know that he wasn't a big deal. The fact that Lauren Southern interviewed him and then I managed to get him after that, I get that. The reason I mentioned Alexander Dugin, though, is because he's allegedly, he's a Satanist. So if that's the case, I have actually had one on without realizing that he was one.
See, that's intriguing.
Yeah, if it's true. But would I bring someone on who is a Satanist?
Yeah.
Already and knowingly talk about that topic? Yes, I think I would.
Go head to head.
Yeah, I guess so. I would be like, because there's two types of Satanists. And
No,
I think
guess so, dear. Just be like,
no,
yes, I would go
actually.
head to head.
I would go
Like
head
to
head.
Satanists. Like, what do you mean you wouldn't go head to head?
There's two types of Satanists. I have a former friend of mine. Her husband was a Satanist, but it wasn't the animal sacrificing blood type of a Satanist, because there's two types. It's more.
How are you going to break apart Satanism? There's just Satans.
No, but I promise you, there's two types.
All right, what's the type? Hit me.
There's the one that believe in self-love, that you take care of yourself, that you are powerful, you don't need a higher power, you are more powerful as a collective, as all of that. And they even believe in do unto others, don't harm anyone else, blah, blah.
Yep.
Those are the ones I could handle.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I'd be like, okay, I don't believe in what you're saying, but I kind of get it.
Okay.
The ones that do the animal sacrificing and the sex stuff, yes, I'd have them on my show, but only to challenge them, because that's like a spiritual evil level. But yeah, but I don't even know if I could handle being in the same room with them, if I could handle that energy.
True.
But yes, but there are, as far as I'm aware, and I hope I'm repping the Satanists correctly, because I know a lot of people say, no, it's not true. We don't kill cats and eat their blood, or I know that sounded the, but there is two types. There's the evil type and then the lesser evil type.
No, there's more. I think
They're very atheistic.
What you've explained is that there's one that there's a Satanist that just cares about himself, and then there's a Satanist that kills animals.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah. Which, yes, exactly right. Pretty much. Yes, and I the selfish one, yes, they can change and. Yeah, I mean, because like animal sacrifice, it's not a good thing. I don't know who would think that's a good thing, but yeah, it's a thing that happens in the world, and like
To be fair, I would push back a little bit on that. I think it's the most pure way to kill an animal is, maybe do that. No, sacrifice it, because you're sort of it. That's like halal and kosher, really.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yes, but
rather than just like.
Have you seen halal?
Like, no, I haven't. I don't know. I actually don't know if that's the same as those two. Like, but I think that seems like a more humane to kill an animal and eat it than killing 100 animals in a factory and just processing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and this is where I can sort of see the vegan argument. I can understand like why they care, because
have you been on a diet before, like a vegetarian and a vegan or carnivore? Or
no, I haven't. I haven't ever like committed to something like that.
Do you eat pork?
Yeah, here not often, but yeah, I've eaten pork.
What do you think of the First Testament versus the Second Testament?
The First Testament, in terms of that particular rule, was for that particular group of people in that town or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't apply today. Some people say, "Do you eat crab?" Oh, you do eat crab. Well, do you know that the Bible says this? I'm like, yes. Do you know that you're taking it out of context? Do you know that it's about? You have to take the Bible literally, but you also have to take it contextually.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I have no issues with eating meat. I mean, I wouldn't eat a pig that had just been killed in front of me. That I wouldn't be able to look at any of that. But I do think that the human body requires it, even though people say, you don't. There's enough pills and sustenance and vitamin tablets that one can take to. I'm like, yeah, but I shouldn't have to take tablets for that. I would rather But yeah, anyway. I'm not like a crazy meat eater as it is anyway. Are you?
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
meat.
Well, yeah, you're Brazilian.
I was a carnivore for a bit there. I've never felt better. I only ate meat day and night. And I only stopped that because this whole thing came about last year, and then I took a sort of break because I didn't think that'd be sustainable.
I'm being told to ask you, could you ask him if he has killed an animal? I have, as you know, and it's done with respect.
Yes, I have.
Okay,
and
with a
I've
stun
eaten it
gun or
with a knife.
you killed it with a knife? Was it a
Yeah.
fish?
No,
What'd you kill?
a pork. I've killed
Oh, you
a
have?
chicken.
Is this
killed.
because of Brazil?
No, so I'm from
A farm.
Yeah, I'm from a farm. So and when we go back, when my family goes back, we still kill an animal and eat it together. It's tradition
Okay.
that we do every time.
I'm not going to look at you with judgment on that because even though I wouldn't do that, I can understand how that could be a family farm thing. I kind of,
Yeah, even like it's a rural Brazilian thing. Like for me, I was born in a location called Italva, which is about 3-4 hours out of Rio, but it's still Rio State.
Gotcha.
So, and I was born in this hospital that had 2 rooms. So, and then I lived in a farm with 2 that.
Are you sure you're your parents' kid? Were you switched?
I don't know. I might have switched actually because there's pictures of me as a kid with blonde hair, like blue eyes. Like I might have been switched. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, that's scary though.
So we lived in a farm that had 2 rooms, 3 if you include the kitchen, and it was 7 of us that lived there. And then we moved to the favelas, and then out of there, I moved to Perth. So yeah, it's always like it was always a sharing thing because there was no room. If you want a room, you got to get out of the house and then go like see the cows or like do something like that. So yeah, every time we go back now, it's just tradition. Like when you don't have anything, you cook the best that you can for the people around you, and that's a gift.
My mother's father, they were very poor, 7 daughters, and one time he didn't have food for them, and there used to be a dog that used to visit the area, but they were like dogs that were free. Anyway, the dogs stopped visiting for a while. Yeah, so sometimes you have to make do with what you have.
Wait, what?
But they were really poor in Colombia.
What?
Yeah, so my grandfather.
We didn't have a cent, but we didn't eat a dog, dear.
I don't mean that to be funny. My point is that like sometimes you really do have to make do with what you have.
Man.
My grandfather was a single dad, and so yeah.
What do you spice it with?
I don't know.
I don't judge. Like, don't get me wrong. As I said, I went to Hong Kong and I think I ate dog there.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't think I've ever eaten dog. And I did say to my uncle, my grandfather's second load of kids, because he had 5 more, with a different woman, obviously. And I said to my half uncle, I said, I heard this story about abuelo, and abuelo apparently cooked a dog. I said, you've never done that, right? He goes, no. I said, okay, please don't ever do that. I said, that's a very sad story about the dog. He goes, no, not te preocupes, it's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then
only la gato. I only murder la gato. No.
No cats either.
No.
No gatos o perros. Nope.
Too good. So your uncle hunted as well. So that person hunts.
That was my grandfather. My abuelo. Who hunts?
He hunts?
So Jesse does kill animals. Jesse said that he actually he just wrote a comment. I can't read it from here.
I was offered dog in Timor, smelt and looked awesome, but didn't do it.
Good
that
on you,
was
Jesse.
A bridge too far. However, a different country. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It is a different country. Like some countries, like Thailand, that eat insects. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've tried a grasshopper.
Cambodia or Vietnam. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was like chips.
Fair enough.
It was just crispied up, and then like the one I didn't touch is cockroach. This guy had a cockroach on a stick. I've eaten guinea pig when I was in Peru.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they have it on a stick as well. It's like this,
Does
and
it
it's
taste okay?
through the thing. Yeah.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, it's fucking adorable, eh? Like,
They are. But you know what though? They live in fear, so they might as well just die. Alpaca.
oh yeah, alpaca. We ate alpaca. Oh, I've eaten alpaca. Yeah, yeah.
So you both
You
went to
eaten
Peru
alpaca.
together?
No, different.
No. Oh, different times.
So those two I've eaten. I love my favorite food is chicken hearts.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh,
The
it's
only weird food I've ever
amazing.
had is snails, and that's called escargot or escargot in France. That's really because I'm not very good at trying new foods. I never have been.
So out of the weird food, you went the most bougiest weird
Yeah.
food that you could go.
Pretty much. It wasn't intentional. It just ended up that way.
No, I haven't. Yeah,
But
I've
I
had
haven't
some
had
snails
ox
too.
tongue. People have had like fish eyes. I haven't done any of those
I've had
crazy things.
both of those things. Frogs, rabbit
Rabbit?
we ate 2 weeks ago.
Why?
My mate hunted it and then we cooked
Oh,
it.
okay, that's fair enough. All right. I'm not gonna mock or be scornful. I would have years ago. I would have been like anyone who hunts animals is cruel person, doesn't have a good heart. I would have thought that, but I don't now.
But
why?
Why?
Because one, elephants, lions, and those sorts of animals we're running low on them. So to kill them, to me, as a trophy, I don't like. But if it's to eat, I find that that's more
Who's
understandable.
talking about a elephant?
Oh, that happens. There are people who go out of their way for
sport.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
no,
that-
I wouldn't do
Donald
that.
Trump's sons do that for sport, and I
Yeah, I
don't
wouldn't
like
do that.
No, I know, but you would kill an animal to eat.
To eat it, yeah.
Yes, and that I can understand and respect.
And you were against that back in the day.
I think so, yeah. Because like as a child, I'm surprised I didn't end up doing anything with animals because I was so in love with them as a kid. Like a lot of my happiness was just in seeing because we didn't have pets growing up, at least not until many years later.
Yeah.
And so I got so happy seeing a neighborhood cat or a neighborhood dog. That made me like I loved animals so much. I never would have been a vegetarian though, but you don't have to be vegetarian to prove that you love animals. But I never would have hunted either. But
No, you got to be a vegan to prove that.
yeah, which is so stupid. But yeah. But anyway,
It's so stupid. Did you just call every vegan in the world stupid?
No, it's stupid that to prove your love for animals, you have to be a vegan.
Oh, yes.
I found out recently, actually, and it put me off milk a little bit. I mean, I'm lactose intolerant anyway, so I shouldn't be drinking milk, but I do. I have it in coffees and stuff. But apparently, they make the cows pregnant on purpose so that they can keep pumping. Yes, they can lactate, and then they have their baby taken from them. The baby's made into veal or something, and the mother's crying, but she never gets to see her baby because she has to keep lactating for the industry. That turned me off milk. So if I was,
that's gross.
Yeah, and that made me sad for that. So I'm like, if I'm gonna drink milk, I want to buy it where I know that it's like a kind milk. Like, you know how they have free range eggs? There must be kind milk somewhere. Like, I'm calling it kind milk. I know that that's not the word, but whatever it is.
Organic.
Organic milk, maybe. Yeah. I would rather be drinking milk that I know the cow gets treated well and that they're not like all cramped and stuff. So I do care enough about animals for that kind of thing. I just, I won't stop eating meat.
Yeah. No, to be fair, cows can be fucking annoying animals sometimes
Can
as
they?
well. Yeah, definitely.
I
Dude,
don't
you ever try
know.
to milk a cow?
The calves get killed and not processed. Okay. Have I ever what?
Try to milk a cow.
Yeah, when I was like 4 or 5.
Yeah, they're
But someone
annoying.
else had my hands, and yeah, it was fun.
There's all that stuff about
did.
you can't drink milk directly from a cow.
I think you need to boil it first, like with water.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. That's all you need to do though.
Mm.
Like, you can have it. It's just, it's a big discussion
I'll
on
take your
the
word for it.
press it.
Farm boy. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I am a little farm boy, eh?
Yeah, you are originally, not now.
Yeah, now I'm a city slicker.
Yeah.
I'm out here.
We're not in the city now. I'd say that we're sort of suburbia, sort of not.
Anywhere in Sydney, unless you're outside of Sydney, is pretty much city, I'd say.
Okay, fair enough.
We are in the city, that's for sure.
No. But like,
Not in the CBD, but we're in the city of Sydney.
are we?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't want to out like where we live because I live relatively close to you.
I'll add it.
Go ahead.
Ride.
I think you were going to.
I told you, I'm an open book.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm an open book.
And now we're gonna get arrested. Cops are gonna like come through that door any second.
I told you, you're here to comfort me. I'm down right now. But, let's not get it twisted. I'm just feeling a little sad right now.
No, you're not.
I am.
We've been laughing this whole time. Look, just because I think we have no future.
You're not helping our police situation. We do have a future. And listen.
Look, we don't live in Ride. Relax.
Nah. So it's all right. You can trick them. So the future that we have is a beautiful one. I truly believe that. So
we're in Castle Hill.
all of this, where we're headed, right?
Yeah.
Is to like a new, but it's not a new normal. It's a better normal. We will come out of this and holding these people to account of what is going on.
God willing.
And
we need our Nuremberg trials.
And not only that, we will be at a higher frequency, a higher vibration, and it will be more through love than through hate.
Aww.
And
that's your boyfriend.
I always say, right? One of my things that I say, if something's to be taken away, right, is angel energy.
Angel energy.
Angel energy is where it's at. You're a fucking angel, right? And respect everyone. What angel energy means is that you respect everyone, you care for everyone, you like judge everyone the same. But as soon as you see someone do anything like wrong to you, punch them in the fucking face and cut them the fuck off. That's it. Like, that's what you do. Be kind, be respectful, but fucking be ready to destroy.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I just don't know how to take that. That's so.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Be kind. Be loving. If you do something wrong.
Straight up. Be kind to fucking everyone. As soon as someone doesn't reciprocate that, kill it off.
Yeah. I can see why my mate Jesse likes you so much. he literally wrote, "I like this guy."
My guy.
Just wrote, "This is a good man."
My guy.
Yeah.
You want to interview her for a bit?
Yeah, go. She'll do.
I'll do.
Okay, everyone. This is the lovely Yaman.
Yaman.
She's the producer of the show. She's the woman behind the man. You guys will find this interesting because I found it super interesting. Her dad is from Jamaica, man.
I know you can't really tell because of the white face, but you know.
Yes, you're
a little bit of a throwback.
You're an incognito black woman.
I am.
Jamaica, yeah, we have a bobsled too. Do you share your boyfriend's sentiments on our future?
I think I'm still
figuring it out.
Yeah.
Same.
Optimistically, I would like that.
You're more optimistic than I am. You are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I'm looking for the how rather than the outcome. I know I want that outcome.
Sure, same. Likewise.
So whether that's going to happen or not, I know I want it and I'm going to will it, but I need to figure out the steps to get there.
Yeah.
So yeah. So mine's more my approach is
definitely
the start, you know, that angel energy and
love
and peace and calm. But I've taken a big deep dive into law.
Yes, you have. And that's why I'm like, I need to go shopping with her. Because she'll be able to like say, no, Privacy Act says this and you can't make me wear a mask. Because I tried that today and it didn't work for me, at least not in that subway. So
I think the thing is with the law side of it, it's not really a script that you can follow. You need to know sort of all the different tools and how they all work together.
Which I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
I know more than the average Joe. But you know more than I do.
Yeah. And I think that's a problem with the police officers as well. You know, they're given these fed pieces of information, and they're only giving them so much.
Mhm.
So they've got enough to act on the jurisdiction, but not enough to understand it.
Yeah.
So that's where there's a lot of problems. And, you know, I think a lot of the officers at that rally on Saturday, they didn't want to be there. They didn't want to be there. It's their job.
Yeah. I think I agree with that.
They have no understanding, and they just think that
they
a
had
lot
no
of
interest,
people,
some of them.
yeah, and they've been told don't conversate, don't talk to them, because their higher ups are worried that, you know, they're going to be swayed to the truth.
Yeah.
So that's my view. I think it's better to first try all different avenues, and the most for me that has significant and long lasting power is going down the law route.
Yeah, for sure. And just on the topic of earlier today, when it was mentioned that you were anti the sex industry, how did you come to that? Were you always anti the sex industry? Is that one part of you that was always relatively conservative? I'm just interested in that.
So my opinions have sort of gone back and forth with this.
Okay.
I was raised Catholic.
Yes, I did know this. Yep.
Went to church every week, you know, celebrated Easter, Christmas, did Lent every year. And it was always seen as one of those things that was dirty and naughty, and you don't do it, and it's bad for you.
To purchase a prostitute?
Yeah.
Why?
And
maybe they're really good at it.
Well,
no, I agree with you, but like I'm trying to be, what's the word, devil's advocate, right?
Yeah. I would say I went through probably 3 phases.
What's auto power off?
I think we're all good.
Okay, it said
should be good.
Okay,
it's just cameras having a freak out.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say I went through 3 phases. One where I was sort of heavily religious.
Okay.
Like
For a
people
time?
pleaser.
Yeah.
Like authority knows everything, and who am I to question it, because they have the experience, they have the knowledge. I just need to do what I can do and do my part.
Yeah. Totally get it.
And everybody else will be okay then.
Yeah.
So then I went through this sort of rebellious teenage stage, as we all do. I'm one of 5 girls, so there was a lot of hormones in my house.
Your poor dad.
Yeah, poor guy. And I rebelled against things without the knowledge of them, I guess. So I would say I don't care. If you want to go and do this, that's your prerogative, as long as it's not hurt anyone else. But now, sort of having a bit of a balanced view, I would say. I sort of went from one extreme to the other, and now I'm coming into like leveling out. For me, the sex industry facilitates a
dirty desire?
No, it facilitates a narrative to stop people from communicating. People doubt themselves and their self-worth, so they feel that they need to go and find this external validation. And I don't think any form of external validation is good for anyone, whether it's an addiction or like a substance addiction,
a great way to put
or
it.
sex or infidelity. I just don't think it's good for the soul.
No, and it isn't. But then they do bring up these arguments sometimes about, well, what about that guy who's a lone wolf and who'll end up, you know, murdering a bunch of people in a shopping center with his gun unless he gets out his aggression.
Yeah, I don't agree don't agree with blaming the victim either. I would never agree with blaming the victim. Why are we?
No,
and
but my point being that if he had sex and he got laid, apparently, according to people, that would help him subside. Hence why people reckon that the sex industry is.
But and I think that's a very similar concept to what they do in the medical industry at the moment.
Okay.
They see a symptom, they find a treatment, not a cause.
Yes, I actually agree with that.
So
if
this guy that has got issues and, you know, he's going to rage out, okay, why is he going to do that? What's happened to him? How can we help him?
Don't band-aid it. Go to the source.
How can we help him instead of marking him as this unwanted character
Uh-huh.
that's against society, that's not has no place in society, so he has to go to the back streets of society.
Indeed. Yes.
No, I don't agree with that. And while I can appreciate it's had a place for so long in society,
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that it should.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think it reinforces the idea of, okay, you're an outcast, so now we're going to put you in here. And don't worry, we've got an avenue for you.
You're so awesome. Yeah.
We've got an avenue
love
for
what
you
you're
because you're an
saying.
outcast, but
Yeah.
we're going to label you as that first.
Yeah.
We're not going to try and help you and see, you know, have you got mental health problems, or have you suffered some kind of trauma?
Mm.
What has made you feel that you need something? You
Yeah.
should never need anything in life. You should always want it, other than obviously oxygen and, you know, food and water. But
how dare you want your heart to pump? And
no, but I mean,
Yeah.
there should be nothing that's external for you that you need, because that just keeps you a slave to whatever that is. So whether
Mhm.
it's an addiction, or, as I say, like you want to go and lay with a prostitute or whatever, like it's, if you can't live without it, you're always going to fear of losing it.
That's like me with Wi-Fi.
Yeah. And I think that same rule applies to everything in life.
It
If
kind of
you-
does.
If
Yeah.
you fear to lose
Truth
something,
bombs, baby.
if you fear to lose something so much, you're always going to be holding on to every little thing and doing whatever you need to do to hold on to that, to
Yeah.
keep it.
For sure.
So, yeah, I think if you can shift your mindset into everything is an addition to me rather than everything is a completion,
Hmm.
then you'll be sweet.
For sure. I completely agree with you.
So yeah, that's my 2 cents, guys.
No, I've loved it. Thank you so much. We should probably wrap up now anyway. Getting in your hair, and I got to get up for work tomorrow morning. So,
Sorry, just looking at a couple of the comments as well.
yeah, what did Jesse write? I can't see it from here.
Most cops have no clue about the law and bullshit. Yeah, I
Yeah.
completely agree.
That's true.
And I mean,
they're just useful idiots. A lot
yeah,
of them.
I looked at the police oath. There's only
Oh, you did?
yeah, I've got a copy. I'll show it you in a bit.
Yeah.
And within it says, you know, have you got
Sorry?
a copy? Yeah, I'll
Okay.
read it out.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And it's just crazy to me. Like the military, what you were saying earlier, the police have got probably have a similar thing.
Oh, I don't know. They might. I definitely know the army does.
So this is the oath that a police officer will take.
Okay.
So it says, I ... for your name, do swear that I will well and truly serve our sovereign lady, the Queen, as a police officer without favour or affection, malice or ill will, until I'm legally discharged, that I will see and cause Her Majesty's peace to be kept and preserved, and that I will prevent to the best of my power all offences against that peace. So the way I'm finding it at the moment is...
So a lot of people don't believe in God. So when they say, so help me God. Sorry, keep going. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, sorry. So there's 2 options here. You can either do
or an affirmation. Gotcha.
Yeah, an oath of office or an affirmation. It's exactly the same, but at the end you say, so help me God, for the oath of office.
Yeah. And so what were you saying? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
So a lot of police officers, they sign this oath. They have 3 weeks training, which is basically you're learning a script.
Yes.
And anything you don't know, you just shut the conversation down.
Okay.
So that's what a lot of, like, to me, these officers are being slaughtered to the lambs to the slaughter.
Lambs to the slaughter.
Lambs to the slaughter, and they're just putting them in such uncomfortable, awkward situations that their mental health is just getting hit day after day after day, and they think that they're doing the right thing, and that's what's the most disheartening thing. They're choosing people that are wanting to help and wanting to do the right thing, and they're just filling them with the bare minimum information that isn't accurate because it's being manipulated. And the thing is, with law, the language is so specific.
Yes, you have to.
And
be
its
super
intent
specific.
is so specific that you put 2 words the opposite way and it means an entirely different meaning.
Yeah,
So,
isn't that
yeah.
crazy?
It's just it's wild to me.
You should take a photo of this and put it on your Instagram.
Yeah, I think I am.
Yeah,
But
do it.
yeah, anybody.
I don't think so. If she was able to print it out, it's clearly public. It's there for public consumption.
It's public information. It's on the website.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for me, the best way out of this is everybody educating themselves, understanding the parameters of the law. Even if you like, I'm not saying go and become a lawyer, because
you don't even need to be a lawyer anymore. You can just be a bush lawyer.
You don't have to, but go and get informed of the most basic rights and understanding, and it will just give you it will just make you feel, actually, you know what, I'm doing nothing wrong, so I don't need to be worried about this.
Exactly.
And I know the knowledge, and I can present that to like these officers, and I know that I'm going to be okay. Yeah, they might arrest me for a couple of hours, but I know that there's not something that I'm doing because I'm not hurting anyone.
No, because unless you've broken common law crimes like killing someone, nothing in corporate law matters.
Yeah, so common law sits above all
because
statutes and legislations.
Because it's all God-given.
Common law is law of the land.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. That's
acts, statutes, legislations, health orders, anything.
That's all lesser.
That is an act of Parliament.
Mm-hmm.
It's an act, a piece of paper created by a society.
Yeah, it doesn't work as well.
So it just doesn't top the law of the land, because that's an indefinite law.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
there you go, guys. Some truth bombs by the woman behind the man.
Right, I shall bid you guys adieu, and you can do a farewell.
Yeah, we'll do a farewell. Thank you for my beautiful chamomile tea from Abu Dhabi.
Hey.
He's back.
I'm back. Yeah, I got messages that the stream cut. My bad.
That was ages ago, right? Yeah.
They never came back on.
What? That's not true. We're still live. What do you mean?
We are? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? You said they never came back on.
No, my guys.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, I misunderstood.
Yeah, so they thought it just cut, and then I didn't message again saying no, like we're back on.
That's a bummer. That's right. You can share it on your Telegram.
Yeah, no, it'll be shared, and we got the video there. We'll edit it. You love the live stuff, huh? Rather than the editing.
No. My video of the vlog, that wasn't live. That's gonna have to be edited. No. I do one live a week, and then I do one edited video a week. Those are my. That's as much effort as I put onto my channel.
Yeah.
But I mean, you do the same thing.
I like it
for that many years, and isn't that what madness is? Shouldn't I try something different?
Yeah, you should try and come on the FIVE8 network and have your show on a website that we're putting out soon enough.
I'm happy to be one of the people on your website.
Hey, I gotta know about this background you don't tell me about.
Just look me up. Go write Dear Beltran, The Guardian.
Nah, I'm not that kind of guy. Oh, The Guardian. The Guardian hit me up today.
They hate me. What do they? Wait. What? For what?
The Guardian literally messaged me.
They are a leftist publication. Be careful.
Are they?
They're not fair and balanced.
I have his number now.
Okay, good.
It's
What do they want you for? Oh, unless it's private, then don't tell us.
Yeah, he wanted essentially. I shouldn't.
Let me see.
I shouldn't say.
Oh, okay. Then
he wanted me to just
don't say it publicly, but if you don't mind me looking.
Yeah, you can see.
Otherwise, don't tell me if it's super private.
I gotta find it amongst all these messages.
Yeah.
But what's that card food? Yeah, I'll show you after.
Yeah, you're fine. All right, cool, guys. Before we go, this is something that I do sometimes with different guests. I did it with Evelyn Ray. I'll do it with you as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna say you have to just choose one or the other.
Okay,
and that's how we'll finish up. It's my rapid fire. Okay, you ready?
All right, I'm up. I'm ready. Okay. I'm ready. I've been ready for this. Let's go.
All right,
let's go.
Ready?
I took my watch off for this.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
Or Green Arrow.
Iron Man.
Goku or Vegeta?
Goku.
Superman, Batman. Okay.
Give me more.
Sorry,
I'm ready.
Thor or Captain America?
Thor.
The Hulk or Shit, sorry. I was faster. I was last time.
Oh, am I going faster?
Yes, because
I'm decisive.
Trump, Hillary,
Tramp.
Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton.
Come on, bro. I don't even need to answer that. Like that was answered in my mind in a millisecond.
Okay. Tony
Trump.
Abbott, Kevin Rudd.
Tony Abbott, Kevin Rudd. Tony Abbott.
Okay, cool. It's easier when I have the stuff in front of me. But anyway, all right.
Hit me. I'm ready.
Milo Yiannopoulos, Ben Shapiro.
Oh my God, disgusting. Now you've stumped me because you give me two retards. Like you give me two absolute morons. How am I supposed to like?
One you have personal beef with, one you don't. So maybe choose Ben.
Yeah, no, I'll choose Ben. Probably no.
Because you don't have beef with Ben.
It's not like I just think Milo's a hypocrite because he gets banned and then he cries about it and then he tries to block me from speaking on his shit. So you're a pipsqueak hypocrite. That's just it. But
I wonder if anyone shared our podcast that we did like a couple of days back.
I've got that clipped. I haven't shared all the clips either.
Oh, I wonder. I would love someone to share that clip of the Milo thing on his chat just to see like.
Am I supposed to be scared of Milo like Yiannopoulos or some shit? Like who is that? Like who cares? I guess Ben Shapiro would be the choice, but it's not a great choice. If you gave me like Crowder and Marlo, like I'll pick Steve for sure.
Oh yeah, I do like Steven Crowder. I don't watch him as much anymore. Okay. Candace Owens, Steven Crowder.
Oh, Steven Crowder.
Ooh, okay. Candace Owens.
Yeah.
Tom and Laren.
Candace Owens.
There you go. So she got one there. All right, cool. You know what I need to do next time? I need to like write these down and have it better done.
I'm ready. I've been ready.
Why Goku over Vegeta? I'm just curious.
That is for me personally.
Yes, for you personally. Why?
That is
the
biggest question you've asked me, and it's the hardest to answer.
Do you know what I've been doing this whole lockdown
before
I started working again?
What?
I've been watching Dragon Ball Super.
Oh,
it's really good, and I'm usually like very loyal to the original series, Dragon Ball and GT doesn't exist.
Yeah, nah.
But with
only Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, that's it.
Yes, but Dragon Ball Super is the continuation.
Yeah, I heard it's good.
It's actually really good. It isn't for the first, let's say, 20 episodes because they do a retelling of the movie Resurrection F and Beerus God the Destroyer. They do a retelling of it, so it's like that's annoying. You just wasted animation time. But after that, it gets really good, and you have like new villains, and you have Beerus there as a main character. It's really good. Yeah, but the reason I asked about Goku is Goku's cute and innocent and has this optimism and obliviousness that you have.
That's what I was about to say. I was literally about to say I don't have that bitterness in me that Vegeta has.
But yes,
so that's why I'll go.
Redemption arc is interesting. I like.
Yeah, I love Vegeta. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely love Vegeta.
Or question. Yeah.
But yeah, it's more. I'd go Goku because he's more like me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, I know what I'm gonna. Do you watch Dragon Ball Z and stuff as well, or do you not like it? All right, well, you can go out one day and he and I can just marathon it. No, just kidding.
Are we getting a card for? Oh, it's out.
We're done.
All right.
Okay, guys, tune in next Wednesday. I have been in talks with another Instagrammer who may or may not come on, known as the Primrod. He will be probably my guest next week. If not, I'll have a great guest for you guys. Thank you so much, both you and Ebony, for coming on my show and for letting me do it in your home.
No problemo.
Which is perfectly allowed.
Anytime.
Because we're basically neighbors. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. It's true now. Now you're in Sydney. Now you're with the 5'8 crew, eh?
Love it. I love it. No, I love you.
Any beef you have is my beef now.
Oh,
let's go. It. Let's have it, mate. Let's have it.
My end broadcast. Top right. Once again. No. Yeah.
Let's